so you can put the deployment on the wall. That's how it works.
It's game time,
wow.
finally!
Nice.
Let's get into this. OpTic Gaming on the CT side. Not their strongest map by any means, but perhaps they've got the confidence to take it over the line. What is the play from EnVy? Just a quick note, this is the previous version of Nuke because the updates were released too close to the finals for it to be fair on the players to use it today. OpTic moving towards ramp, but Rush could be the bait. Good for the pistols, not on this occasion though. Stansel was brave, but the fight made to start and finish on the ramp. Advantages for EnVy, 2 plays left for OpTic.
Yeah, Tarek and Mixwell though, there's two pretty tough players to deal with, but nasty. Tagging onto Tarek, leaves him with 7 points of health. Not much he can do from this position. Mixwell, he's got to get it all done by himself, but he will go down straight away. So looking amazing right now for EnVyUs. They are going to be off to a stormer of a start. That is what they needed. They really needed to get going straight away. Now, question is, what is their anti-eco going to look like? Because this is actually kind of a complicated map to play your anti-eco, because there's so many spots the CTs can hide in that you can play the close ranges with. So it is by no means an easy task, but this is a good map for EnVy, and they're going to double Mac 10, so they definitely have a plan here.
Right then, the road to recovery begins for the EnVy side. That's not a good start though, to that road to recovery, Dan. Oh dear, at least it wasn't as bad as Fox's moonwalking team kill with the knife yesterday. Tarek getting taken down early, Nafly with very forward play. But what can they do? EnVy have the range advantage outside. They know they're not inside. But OpTic will probably have to position themselves inside regardless. EnVy clearing out areas, but not committing to anything just yet. Still early days.
Ooh, there you go. MBK able to take down Stanislar outside. So that's cool because that means outside's completely clear now. So that's one thing going in the way of EnVyUs. But again, still 3 players left, still 3 potentially dangerous positions to have to deal with. And I'm glad you can, in the future version of this map, no longer plant on those silos. They fixed that, which was good. The troll plants. So EnVyUs are going to be making their way now together to be able to make sure they can always trade to get themselves onto a bomb site. Looking to go for the open areas onto A with Squeaky and the hut position. But where are the OpTic players? Well, Kenny's going to find himself Mixwell, but still 2 are lurking. Honestly, this is such a stressful place to play your anti-eco, James, on this Nuke.
Where are the final 2 players? That is a question for EnVy, but they need to get the bomb down. There are 20 seconds left, and that's where you don't want those errors coming in. You hear the beep beep. It's not a Missy Elliott song though, that is the bomb being planted. There goes Rush. And that fight will be soon to follow, getting his knife out. Not at the right time though. 2-0 to EnVy. We look forward to the buys of OpTic to come. Again, another situation where none of their would-be AWPers have 3,400 in the bank. Nice to see some OpTic fans in the crowd. Yesterday was dominated by the Cloud9 guys, but now the blue has changed to green.
We have double nade, the classic double nade outside perhaps. From Stanislar and Tarek. Here it is. Is it going to do anything? There's 1 player there, and it's Apex. Oh, only 30 damage-ish to Apex. So unfortunately not doing too much there for OpTic. A bit of a formality this round. EnVyUs probably played very similar fashion. They can be a bit more aggressive though, but the USPs are still dangerous. I mean, with USPs they're able to take 2 kills there. That is actually a lot of damage if you consider the damage done in the previous round. I think OpTic will be already pretty happy, pretty pleased with that. But I'm so curious to see how their buy rounds are going to go on this map. So 2 more players to find Stanislar's position. Oh, just missing Happy there. But I think Stanislar must have given his position away. Yeah, Happy's looking for it. And playing the ladder with the Mag 10. Dangerous stuff, but Happy gets the frag, and 3 players will survive for EnVyUs. 3-0, but now we get into the real Counter-Strike.
What is the buy of OpTic? No snipers just yet. Starting with the M4s and the FAMAS. No helmets. Happy continuing with the Mac 10. These guys need auto-tune in the crowd. Kenny on the AWP early. Obviously, they've had a better start, but that's a good sign nonetheless. See movement outside from EnVy, looking for a fast split into the A site. Nafly's in trouble.
Yeah,
or is he?
I mean, he's going to lose his teammate there, so he's alone now, but he did manage to hold down the first frag, a second one as well. That's a pretty good result there for Naf, all things considered. And now maybe there's a chance here for Tarek. Stanislaw finds a great timing, prevents the bomb from going down, and in the distraction, the chaos. In comes Tarek from the back, and now is happy with a Mac 10. With a Mac 10, Tarek steals it away. And OpTic with the first buy round going their way, and Tarek has got himself a lovely AWP to play with. That is going to feel nice.
Nice. The great North American hope, OpTic, win the first buy round on their CT side. We'll see where Tarek chooses to go with this AWP. He's got one of the more forward spawns on the team at the moment, as you can see him there on the left. But I do wonder if he's going to be static, maybe towards the ramp. He's going outside for the time being. So it looks like his plays will be more of the dynamic nature. He may have people coming his way early, but grenades are being deployed. So the wall of smokes from the EnVy side, looking to have that delayed grenade behind red. But EnVy are moving close to main. They've got no lurkers though in the inner area. Ah, they are avoiding those grenade areas. That fly around the corner. Rush to get the first frag, and now they move down towards Secret.
Yeah, nice movement actually, but Tarek is going to pick off some of them before as they go down. So it's going to be really tough here for EnVyUs to actually capitalize, but they do have control room, which is a really, really good position. It's going to anchor yourself on when you go for that lower bomb site plant. And you can see the grenade work is actually keeping Stanislaw at bay for the time being, so buying a lot of time here for EnVyUs to set up. So they have the positions that they wanted, but now they just have to put the performance in. And that's something they didn't get the opportunity to do on the first map, but here they can. There's the first kill. Apex takes down Nafly. And now he's going to find both remaining CTs. Apex with 2. Mixwell is going to be there, though, to get the trade frag. Still, this is looking very scary, but Kenny S is lurking in the vents now. Time is starting to dwindle here for the CTs. They have to be fast now. Everybody on the server at the moment is very low. Nice grenade play here from Kenny S, but the defuse comes in. He's got to go forwards. Stanislaw with the cover, and just about Mixwell and Stanislaw will get it done, but that was very awkward for a while.
AWP salvaged by Stanislaw also. It's a good start from OpTic following the pistol. How much momentum can they get? Money starting to run low from EnVy, but they're going to buy anyway. Apex happy coming out of the AK to the UMP. Perhaps Kenny will be running around with the Tech 9. I don't think there's a gun on the floor for him. So that will be the play. Lots of grenades though for EnVy, all things considered. We'll see what they can do with them. Some teams like to do the wall of smokes outside every single round, the Star Dragon style.
Yeah, very fast moving there from Apex, just getting himself straight out there for very fast timing to just pick people up. Apex is a very aggressive player. He just loves making moves like that. So obviously finding a bit more freedom on this map as opposed to map 1. But Kenny S will go down outside. But there is the trade. Finally, Apex finds his mark. And now it's going to be the push onto through radio onto ramp, but it's not really working out here. Stanislaw takes down MBK, so despite getting some work done outside with Apex, right now EnVyUs is still looking for the way in. Is it through Stanislaw?
Apparently it is. In the meantime, Apex is rotating down towards B through Secret, so they can pinch the B bomb site. Sixer needs to hold on to the ramp area. He's got Happy in for support. He's got to be careful though. Flashbang comes in, and he can entertain Rush in this position. But no, there's the bomb! The trades though come in from Sixer, but now he can't hold ramp because he needs to bring the bomb down in towards B.
Yeah, 45 seconds to play with. There is time. Drop comes in from Naf. Sixers is going to be loving that all day. Easy kill for him. And now Mixwell, Spanish superstar, is in the 1 versus 2. Bomb goes down on the lower sights. Time to play with. Mixwell has a lot to do here, though. He's got a single flashbang to work with an AK-47. And now he's going to be making his way through the vents. Will he give any sound cues, though, to his opponents? Looks like he's only just worked out that it's the lower sights. And he is just going to be walking away here. So it looks like he's not going to give it a go. I mean, he doesn't really have the time. And they don't have any money here. So goes for the save, finds the AWP. Definitely the best play he could make here at this point. So open to the next round. EnVyUs doing well though. They're going to have a 4-2 start. They've already shaken the money of OpTic, and they can run away with this a little bit.
Yeah, you see the lack of cash on both sides. Big round for EnVy to win. Surviving with 2 players, it's not going to be ideal for either side, but that might lead to great counter-strike. I say 2 players One of them was lost towards the end there, so indeed one player surviving for both. Neither side will have an ideal buy, and obviously it's going to be quite weird for OpTic. They could force around the AWP, but it seems they will eco around it, just find the odd thing here and there. So Mixwell's going to be the man to watch with the full armor as well. Often in these situations, you'll see them. If he gets the pick, you can expect him to change his position entirely to try and catch a rotating EnVy. Looks like he'll be starting in the A site. No fast play, no fast anti-eco from EnVy. Their beginning will be delayed. One flash onto Mixwell. That's not it for the grenades. And these kills coming in from Apex should lead to a push into A. So what does Mixwell do now? It's 2 versus 3. There's still opportunity for him, but he may start to think about saving.
Yeah, I don't think EnVyUs are going to be allowing him to save all too easily, but Rush actually could cause some problems here. A P250 can never be underestimated. But there should be good positionally for this. And yeah, there it is. The following kills coming in, and Mixwell will go down. No AWP save for him. And EnVyUs, I mean, you can already see that they have a lot more freedom, especially playing the T side, to make the plays. So that is going to be very interesting now, because EnVyUs, we haven't really seen Kenius on the AWP just yet. That's been something in this series so far that has evaded us, which is unfortunate, as we all are big fans of that. But on the T side, for this map, that's not too bad.
Yeah, he started on the AWP in their first buy rounds. Anyway, OpTic on the eco now. Kevlars and pistols calming out, leaving themselves with around 2,800 in the bank on a rough average. Okay, 2,400 for losing this round so far. Oh dear. Well, 3 kills almost in stereo fashion for OpTic, and there's a 4th one. What has happened to this round?
Oh man, oh man, Nav. What is this guy doing, James?
All of a sudden, there were 3 kills in 1 second.
Yeah, man, just playing into lobby, and Squeaky Door seems to be pretty strong. Those pistols.
Look what it's done to the money of EnVy. They've got no money.
Oh man. Nav, please.
Makes it look easy. How all these players peaking at the same time with 2 of the biggest tournaments this year in the space of a week. Could not be better for OpTic. See if it continues on this map. EnVy's turn for pistols. They've got some deagles of their own, but you can't expect a repeat of that previous round.
Yeah, a couple of flashbangs to work with too to try to get themselves onto a plant. See, that flashbang does stop Mixwell from taking engagement. It kind of splits the defense a little bit. But Mixwell in with the AK. He is fantastic. Look at this transfer. Mixwell is so good. And no bomb plant, only a couple kills there. But that was quite amazing from EnVyUs. They got 2 kills out of 2 flashbangs and a couple pistols. So, I mean, that was actually a pretty impressive round from them with so little to do so much. And now OpTic, they're on 4 rounds against the 5 of EnVyUs. EnVyUs are going to ship in the buy.
So we'll see how this buy, what it looks like ultimately. Happy on the P250, Apex on the Galil. Beyond that, everything else is normal. Double up on the CT side indeed. So at least they have utility EnVy. They may find out about these AWPs the hard way, but once they do, maybe they can use their grenades to get close and overwhelm these sniper players. Mafly moving over towards the lower ground after no fast aggression into A. Something that we might see in the new nuke, the way the approach to Squeaky Door has been changed.
They're going for the upper execution here and down into the lower bomb site through the vents, just causing chaos and then slipping away to that B bomb site to just try to get that plant in. It's very awesome stuff there from EnVyUs. You can see again why they like to play this map. And how does OpTic deal with this? They've got 2 AWPs on a retake at the lower bomb site. Nobody's died yet for them though, so that's good. Apex, very important 1 versus 1. Wow, Apex fade away with the Galil. And that's 1 frag for him. 4 versus 4. Kenny S finds himself the back of Stanislaw, just overwhelming the CTs with these positions. Kenny S with the rifle able to switch up to the AWP. Now he has earned it. And now Rush will go down. Beautiful round coming in from EnVyUs.
The score's so tight though. If you're a Kenny fan, if you're an EnVy fan, are you worried at the moment? Just 2 rounds between these 2 sides. Mixwell with $8,000. He's got a lot more money than his teammates, so I do wonder if he's going to spread the love, spread the wealth. He's dropped $3,000 worth of pistols. Well, he's went off armor as well, so Butcher buy coming in for OpTic. 5 deagles looking to land those meat shots onto EnVy. What is their anti-eco approach? This is not a force buy from the OpTic side. Kenny with that early peek towards main. Can often find a would-be CT aggressor there to pick off. Oh man, how did they get these deagle shots like that? They're just crouch peeking headshots, it's gross. Tarek spots Apex, he's in an awkward position.
Yeah, almost expecting Tarek to do the same thing now. Oh, Molly comes in. That's nice from Apex. Just keeping it safe, forcing him out of the position. Leaving nothing to chance, but EnVyUs will get himself a pick off as well. I think this will go a lot better at this point. You can see that they're a little bit paranoid as well. Watching everything there in lobby, and the plays that OpTic are trying to make aren't quite working out, but another deagle kill does come in regardless. Mixwell finds himself a body shot onto Happy, and Rush is still alive. I just feel like you can just never count out OpTic at this point.
Envy looking to plant on the B bomb side. Need to do it fast before those CTs get into position. And there it goes. Mixwell dispatched of Rush with 3 players to find. There is a gap though on the ramp. Kenny was looking the wrong way, but he has opted for the AK instead of trying to hold on to this, I assume. See if OpTic can get back to winning ways in the coming rounds. EnVyUs on 12 kills so far, leading the scoreboard for his team. Great to see after the previous map's performance.
Yeah, and again, it's such a stark difference when you can see EnVyUs in a position where it's like, okay, we can buy, but we can't have the best buy. We can't have an AWP. We have to have a player on a Galil, it's got a Tech 9, got a couple AKs, and a bunch of utility. Okay, we have a round for this. We have a round for this. You can see straight away, okay, we're going for the upper set piece. It looks like an upper set piece, but in reality, we're going to go for the fast drop down. Completely caught OpTic off guard. But now OpTic have seen it once. But that said, EnVyUs did use that round in probably one of the best spots they possibly could have when their economy was almost ruined at that very pivotal moment, and they have reaped the rewards. So EnVyUs with some great selections on the plays. But we're going to see Mag 7 in from NAF. Up onto Stanislaw. OpTic with a very decent buy, actually. I missed the Mag 7 on this map.
Yeah, it was notorious with JW towards the squeaky door.
And Swag.
Ooh, interesting. They chosen to blow off the squeaky door with that grenade, if you just saw it. Nafly looking to invite guests through the door. How polite of him. NBK picked off very early by Stanislaw with the AWP. So not Mixwell, not Tarek, but Stanislaw. Sometimes see Nafly as well. Does anybody not AWP here? Nafly up close against Apex. There goes the bomb as well. Kenny trades, but the bomb is in control of Nafly. Rush picking Kenny as well. Nafly with the off angles, not hiding behind the CT vent. Happy was trying to spray anybody. He was avoiding that there. There's Nafly to finish Happy off. 1 kill in that round for Envy.
Yeah, this is starting to look a lot closer. I think OpTic are going to be in a position where, you know, if they're able to win this next buy against EnVyUs, they're going to be good to go for a pretty solid half. And this is going to be, obviously, it's already a much closer game than the Overpass, which is good to see. But it's pretty much anyone's, I feel like, between these two teams. The one big question mark for me is actually OpTic's T side. I don't know if that they have as good of a T side as EnVyUs, so that's going to be something we'll answer later. But for now, it's EnVyUs on the AWP, Stanislaw on the AWP, 4-buy for both sides. Stanislaw watching upper bomb sides, looking for some deeper angles, some pixel angles perhaps. Tarek playing the off angle outside here, as we can see. So kind of OpTic are giving outside to EnVyUs.
Very hard for the Ts when the CTs change their approach as wildly as this to figure out what's going on. Stanislaw, look how close he is with that AWP. No fear again from these OpTic players. Which is why it's so fun to watch teams like OpTic, like G2. Absolutely no fear whatsoever. Apex just picking into main on his own. Not going to work out. Envy look to be playing for picks at the moment. Not having much success in this particular round. Neither side has really strung rounds together just yet. No more than 2 rounds won consecutively, ignoring the pistol.
OpTic might have a good opportunity to do that though now. Presuming that EnVyUs can't save this. Stanislaw nailing Happy as he goes through the door haphazardly, and that's going to be the round for OpTic. 6-7 now, and we start to see some of the comfort for them. And as you said, EnVyUs in that round, it was very pick-oriented. Everybody's trying to make the play to get themselves into the round in some way, but just everybody falling flat. OpTic able to hit all their shots there, and now EnVyUs, they have to save. They've got to go for a save round. OpTic should be able to take this to 7-7 without too much issue. We saw some cool, we saw a cool round previously with like 2 flashbangs from EnVyUs when they went upper, but this time they don't even have any flashbangs. There's no grenades whatsoever.
People have been saying that this map is quite CT-sided, so maybe 7 rounds is pretty good for our Envy here. 8 looks unlikely, especially with the bomb going down immediately. Some old-school rush vent tactics being attempted there from EnVy, but no success to be had in their second last round of the first half. Left themselves with around $2,000 in the bank for the final round. But indeed, with 7 rounds in the bag for EnVy at the moment, maybe they're going to have a very strong CT side.
Yeah, and I'm really curious for the last buy round of EnVyUs, what strategy they select, because they've shown us that, okay, picking is something what they like to do, but also they have a lot of these fast set pieces, which they could delay and all that kind of jazz. So we might see them going back to that, because they haven't had a huge amount of success. Ooh, look at this, Apex lining it up, but he is to be assassinated by Rush. Yeah, I would actually expect them to go with a set piece again. Maybe that's the upper play that they went for with the vent dive. Could be pretty nice. But actually, we might have a round on our hands here. Happy finds himself a kill, and also Kenny S has got himself onto the AWP.
Can he find round though? He can't, unfortunately. It would be nice to have that for the next round as well, but there's a lot of time on the clock. Happy around the box. The only place he can go, really. And there it is, death by paper cuts for him. Last round of the first half, 7-7 between these two sides. Kenny's got 48-50. Does he go AWP, no armor?
I think he's going to go AK here. I think the set piece oriented play is probably going to help EnVyUs the most. He's going to get the AK and a bunch of grenades here. So he doesn't actually get a Molotov, but that's fine. That's fine. Each to their own, I suppose. He could have afforded one, James. It's only $100 more. It's a bargain.
He's opted for the high explosive. So let's have a look. Seems that the wall of smokes is likely from EnVy in the last round. That deep smoke from the CTs can cause their problems though. That could allow Tarek to hide behind. Ready tried to do it, but he got taken down by NBK. Early pick-off for EnVy. Stanislaw looking to even the numbers. Ooh. The Lemming falling down, but they'll survive. Slowly walking towards Secret. They will clear out the area as they've done before, but they haven't always committed after doing that. Just pushing the CTs back, denying them information. They're looking to take control elsewhere.
I'm so happy Mixwell's here in control room. You have to have a CT here. You have to play for delay. He's going to go for the frag stir. There's no smoke from Mixwell. He has to frag. There's one. Can't find himself a second. It's MBK who manages to pull off the entry frag. And it's a 3 versus 3 now as EnVy is trying to get this play into the lower bomb site, working in their favor. But it's just Kenny S left now as Rush and Nafly take down his comrades. He's picked up the bomb. He's got 50 seconds to play with. And he's going to be able to get the plant down somewhat safely here. But he's got CTs very close by.
Stanislaw and Nafly both coming in from the A site. Kenny may have an early engagement. Sees the barrel, but he can't do anything. The silencer gave the position away, but Nafly is just absolutely on point this week, maybe even this month. More CS to come. Last round taken by OpTic, a thin lead moving into the second half. Now the question is, can EnVy capitalize on their 7 rounds and move to map number 3?
And it was a pretty nice recovery from OpTic as well. You know, some good solid play out of them. EnVyUs, showing us that they have quite a playbook they can deploy on their T side of Nuke. So they've done a good job. But how does the defense go? Because defense, you can do a lot with the new Nuke. There's a lot of options for aggression, lots of ways to play with AWP, without AWP, giving up outside, trying to have a strong presence outside. There's so many ways you can play the rotations too. If you go down a man early, it's not as bad because of the rotations. They're much easier to handle than other maps. So that means you can take a bit more in the way of risks early round for 1 versus 1s and so on. So it's just a very different map. Lots of possibilities for EnVyUs and OpTic. But pistol round is going to feature some grenades here, actually. OpTic with, again, 2 men on grenades, a couple smokes, and a Molotov. I can't wait to see how they deploy these.
OpTic are breaking all the glass on the roof of the A site, and they have grenades to deploy into it. Nafly lining them up. Maybe we'll see Smoke in towards main, although he is facing a different direction entirely. Sorry, towards the Heaven area, rather, but that might indeed be going towards main. We shall see. 1 minute 15 on the clock seems to be the go time. So the smoke down towards the squeaky door. That denies EnVy information as to T's moving in towards the vent area, but they're not committing to anything just yet.
And taking it very slowly, maybe trying to force some kind of a rotation and capitalize on that, but they're going to have to go at some point. There is still a flashbang here for OpTic, and they are going to start to march towards this A-bomb site, but into the crossfire, into Apex with that USP. Oh, is the knife going to come out? No, Happy, I think he wanted to go for it, but easy frags there made by him. Tarek just stuck in no man's land here against all these CTs. What? Stanislaw comes in, he's got 1 HP. How do they win that?
That has got to be a shocker for Envy. That is, I mean, how are they going to recover from that? That is brutal, the way they lost that round. Stanislaw with that P250. Always good to have a P250 on the T side. Gives you such better range for the one taps. Anyway, not a start Envy wanted. I'll leave it you to decide if it's the start they deserved. OpTic with a great opportunity to extend their lead. Envy on the force buy. Kenny S picks up a deagle. Left himself with 850 in the bank. So we start to question the AWP once again on the buy round when it comes in for the French.
Apex is hungry, man. He's hungry with this deagle, and we know what he can do with it. Waiting by the smoke. Oh! Ooh. Apex! Man. That is a full frontal lobotomy there performed by Dr. Apex.
In the face.
And now it's going to get interesting because OpTic, they've got to be very careful. If they lose one more player, things could get really awkward. And there it is, 6 in a very forward position. And now OpTic, they have to stick together. They've got to be able to trade. And you can see that that's what they're trying to make sure they can do. But EnVyUs, they might have the opportunity to maybe pick one of those weapons up, but they may not need them. They know that outside is OpTic's territory. EnVyUs have loads of ways to play around this.
Kenny in hell. NBK has happy for a crossfire. That flashbang will give some information away. 6 are flying up. There's NBK now, so the CTs are getting isolated as OpTic want them to. All the kills flying in for the North Americans. And Spanish.
Bomb has been planted.
Opportunity has come and gone for Envy in this round, leaving Kenny alone. Tarek is on about 60 HP, but he's not really at quite the angle that Kenny can capitalize on. Not sure if he spotted Mixwell or if Mixwell spotted Kenny. Looking for anything, looking for something to take with him into the next rounds.
And I think again here, you see some of the class from OpTic. Generally, they play great Counter-Strike. I think they're a team that really understand how to play the fundamentals very well. And even when they get into kind of these awkward situations, like some teams aren't very good at handling those situations in mid-round. There's a bit of panic, there's a bit of chaos, because all of a sudden, all your players have to make a lot of decisions. What was that?
I saw that.
I saw that. What was he doing?
Mixwell and Tarek were just jumping around like Super Mario Brothers for some reason, outside the hell position towards CT spawn, and one was in front of the other, and then the worst happened. That was so random. That was completely random.
That was just, I don't know what was going on.
La 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 la.
What? Why?
La 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 la.
I can't believe I've done this.
Can't believe you've done this. Envy on the eco. Kenny S has found himself a Galil. See what he can do with it. Is it going to be a fast play towards the A side? They know that there isn't much to offer on the Envy side in this round. Where is Kenny? 6er with the USP kill. Oh, the grenades are coming in. What's going on? Oh, that's a round over. Move on.
That was a fun 15 seconds.
That's what she said. Not to me, though, of course.
So 11-7 now, and OpTic again able to handle some of these incredibly chaotic situations and still be okay overall. That said, their money's really suffered here. So there is a great chance for EnVyUs to steal away loads of rounds if they're able to take this one here. But Kenny S is playing naked. He is a nudist. He has an AWP, no Kevlar, no utility whatsoever. How do OpTic play against this? Will they realize that Kenny's going to play outside with an AWP? Or do they have to deal with this kind of CT defense?
Interestingly, they could be taken off guard by the fact that he didn't buy the AWP for the first 2 buy rounds on the previous map. Although it's always wise to assume that Kenny is AWPing, and indeed he is, as aforementioned Tarek. That pop flash could allow him to move around towards main, but he won't overextend early. Rush moving towards Secret. Kenny's still outside.
I think they're going to go for a... I think they want to split onto the lower bomb side through ramp and through outside. That's a possibility now, but they did the wall of smokes with 3 smokes right now, so that's really disorienting for EnVyUs. If they can find this pick on ramp, they can actually go for a split. And it would be very, very strong. Rush finds a kill onto NBK. And now there's real opportunity. Here goes OpTic into ramp, but they don't spot 6er.
A lot of people to fight with, only good for the 1 kill. In the meantime, Daniel gets picked off on the ramp by Kenny as well. He's looking to rotate. Mixwell with the bomb on the ramp. He needs some support though. He's far away from his other teammates, and indeed that split will have to continue at this point. Apex is going to get taken down in the vent. That's a lovely shot from Rush. And now Mixwell can maybe plant the bomb.
Yeah, another beautiful round set up here by OpTic Gaming. They actually gave themselves a lot of opportunities for different plays. Should something go wrong or something go right, they had a lot of flexibility with this one. Now, EnVyUs, how do they handle this situation? I'm not sure they're even wanting to go for this now at this point. Yeah, they're going to try to save their weapons. As mentioned, their money really does suck in. OpTic choosing a very strong round at the right time here to play against EnVyUs. And with the wall of smokes as well, you just don't know what's going on outside. You don't know how many players. Is it going to be loads of players going down there? They also had the ability to go through main if they wanted to, with the 2 players they had outside, to go down the vents or to just cause more of a distraction. So lots of opportunities for OpTic in the way that they built that round to have advantages against EnVyUs. So OpTic showing that they are very well versed on this map, just as EnVyUs were.
5-round lead for the North American team. Stars and Stripes looking strong at the moment. Not much money on the NV side. They'll buy around what they have. UMP coming out. Apex on a Deagle. So let's see what OpTic choose to do. Mixwell with the most forward spawn of the AWP. Could go for a squeaky push, for example. Well, squeaky peek rather than a push. He's headed in that direction. Not anymore, though. Using his spawn to go towards the ramp. Smoked off immediately. He will have to be entertained elsewhere. So you can see Sixer. That's quite the weak hold with the UMP. With stronger guns, you can even spray through the bottom right corner of the boxes as T's approach. But with a UMP, that is ill-advised.
It's like shooting a spud gun, the UMP sometimes. Now, OpTic, they are just keeping it really passive right now. I think again, they realize that the money is a little bit weak, and so they can afford to slow the pace down a little bit. Instead of just going for the wall of smokes at a much faster pace like they typically do, a very solid delay. And it's very standard timing as well, that if teams wanting to try to stay safe, they will wait until the 1 minute mark around the roundabouts to make the play. And then you can see, once again, wall of smokes in. Look how thorough they are. Look how many smokes they're using. This is nuts.
45 seconds for OpTic. Kenny has a nice angle, but he's got too many angles to hold there. Spotting some players, but he can't get anything on that one. Apex taken down in the meantime. That UMP at range is only good for 1. Trades continue. Kenny on the high ground, can't save his teammate, can't save anyone. He goes down as well. 1 by 1, they are falling. OpTic Gaming with a flurry of kills in just a few seconds, and I don't know if Envy can stop them at this point.
Yeah, they're just so methodical. You just have to really respect the way that they approach that round and how they try to pick outside and so on. Mixwell understands the angles very well. How's it you put it, James? More angles than a protractor.
More angles than a protractor. Envy calling for a tactical timeout. They are in a lot of trouble. That is clear to see.
Yeah, MBK's face really says it all.
Trying to focus on what can be done. Who is doing the talking at the moment? Doesn't seem like there's much chatter. Maybe just taking a moment to chill out.
Yeah.
Think of their individual positions and what the habits of OpTic Gaming are, how they can change things up, take them by surprise, and be good for more than 1 kill.
Yeah, it's really good they're using a timeout right now to break things up a little bit. Now, we have a Mag 7 onto Happy, so it is a half buy here from EnVyUs. And half buys, again, very, very, very dangerous on this map. We saw, I think, a couple of counts where OpTic were able to do a lot with their half buys. And this one looks a bit more serious. We have the Mag 7 incendiaries and so on, or a incendiary therefore, or an incendiary from Happy. So OpTic has to be careful. But one thing they showed us on Overpass is they know what to do against force buys and half buys and ecos and so on. So right now, just trying to make sure that they can stop any forward plays from EnVyUs. But the real problem starts when they have to move close into these bomb sites.
Mixwell needs to be careful. He's on his own towards the ramp position. You see Sixer and NBK. Look how wiry they are. They are looking to rip someone's face off.
Oh no. They don't have many smokes, James, and that was not supposed to go there.
That's a bad miss. Mixwell's backed off. They will not be entertained, those NV players, towards the ramp anytime soon. Happy's in A, holding a smoke in his hand, looking for Anarchy with obstructed vision. 50 seconds on the clock for OpTic. Can they get that flurry of kills once again?
Yeah, it's going to be really scary if first frag goes away. And look at this, playing the Tracer in lobby, trying to use those pistols to great effect. And Happy finally comes in with the Mag 7, a 2 versus 3. And there is 40 seconds here for OpTic. There is some time to work with, but they have to speed things up. You can see they're going straight down to ramp right now. And Happy and Kenny S, can they do this with the Mag 7 and with the CZ? It's going to be tough, but they need this round badly.
Kenny's in a great position to open the door, but he doesn't have an angle on a bomb planter. Bomb, down goes the bomb. Happy with the AWP. Will he choose to save? It doesn't seem so. I don't know. Maybe he can, if he can find an angle here, he could go for it. But otherwise, I would expect the save to come in. Slowly backing off. Still holding the angle though, but I think he needs to run away. Missing the shot and the hunt begins. I'm really worried he might not save the AWP. There it goes again.
Oh man, it's going to be tense. Oh, no scope. There's the save. He's good to go now. And
Is he though?
That's
Look at
Rush.
Look at Rush position. Oh, Rush dies to the bomb. Oh my god! That is ridiculous. Just hide, man. Just hide. I can't take that save like that.
I thought he had his hand off the mouse or something. That was just
man.
like, what is, man?
That is the most ridiculous save.
It's like he's had his hand off his mouse. I'm just chilling right now. I'm fine. Oh!
Seriously. Seriously.
Sit down.
Run that 20 times. How many times do you take that shot?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
OpTic with double the score of Envy. Two rounds away from a 2-0 over the French side. Both teams back on the buy, and indeed Happy saves that AWP for Kenny S in the most absurd of fashions. Kenny getting tagged instantly down to 1 HP at the beginning of the round.
1 HP, I mean, that means he's still alive, and he does have an AWP, so there's still impact for Kenny S to have. Nades become incredibly scary, though.
He could die to a flashbang.
He could die to pretty much anything right now. Or to anything, literally anything that does in the game, he would die to it. Right, so we have OpTic working on a lot of lobby presence actually early in the round. And it's really interesting what would have happened if they would have gotten that pick early on. I think they're, again, a team that is very good at playing off the early round advantage, but that's not going to be given up just yet. I mean, Mixel got tagged as well, so he's not feeling too confident to really go for picks. As you can see, because of that, they're just going to say, all right, let's just get the map control play going. We don't want to play for picks just yet. Let's get some map control, push forwards, and see what we can get out on the outside. Maybe a response, maybe an engagement comes to us, but we can get more forward positioning to get a split onto a bomb site, and maybe a frag as well. Apex is lurking by main. He's asking questions right now. But there are no answers.
Nafly still lurking for the time being. 25 seconds. OpTic are really running the clock down. This is going to be a scary one. There's the one spotted. One pick immediately for the CT side. He's still got Happy on the high ground. He's put the smoke down as well. So this is going to be hard for OpTic to plant the bomb, especially with 12 seconds on the clock. Where's the bomb plant coming in? I can't see a bomb plant. But they're getting the kills. Nothing but headshots. There's Kenny left with 1 HP. How have they won this round like that?
Man, another amazing round from OpTic. Just, I don't even know. Most teams would fall apart in that position. Somehow they find every single kill. EnVyUs are going to be really, really disappointed with that one. That was the chance to be back into this game, but now they're facing match point OpTic. They crushed EnVyUs on overpass, completely crushed them. And now EnVyUs are staring down the barrel of the gun. OpTic have so many ways to win rounds against EnVyUs. That's what they've shown us so far. Kenny is back on the buy. At least it's a good-looking buy here for EnVyUs. They've got everything more or less that they want, limited on utility, so an early round advantage would be amazing, but can Kenny give it to them? There's not too much traffic outside just yet. OpTic are going to play it fairly slowly to begin with.
Change of pace from OpTic. Envy once again at the mercy of their North American opponents, who continue to fly the flag in the most violent of ways. Here are the ECS finals, looking to book their place into the final match later this evening. And it's still clearing the glass on the roof. That could suggest a play towards A. Doesn't have to be though. But maybe Envy will commit more forces there. Molotov going in towards A. And there's a flashbang from Stanislaw as well. See Nafly looking for an opening in the meantime. The bomb's still on the roof though. As the wall of smokes goes down outside.
And that's the first time they've done the wall of smokes outside and had nobody there. And so that could be quite confusing for EnVyUs. They have somebody actually trying to push this wall of smokes, so they actually know. I think Apex has pushed it, or he's trying to listen in for the info, but in come all the players towards ramp. There's the first pick, Rush. He's so on point right now. Although the trade will come in. Sixer, how many can he get? There's one. Gets the second as well. Sixer holding down ramp. But there's still one more push to go into the upper bomb site. Tarek, the last man standing, but not standing for all too long. MBK with the frag, with the defense. And this means so much to EnVyUs.
OpTic literally left the bomb on the roof. They were all inside, and the bomb was on the roof. Tarek had to go back to get it. So I think they might have sabotaged their own timing by forgetting the bomb on their journey towards one of those bomb sites. That puts the money in a difficult situation for the OpTic side. So there's opportunity for EnVy to claw back some rounds, but still there is a quite reasonable buy from OpTic. One rifle, they're one rifle down, and I don't think that's going to concern him too much, the way this half has been going.
No, absolutely not.
That's the first round this half for EnVy.
Really? That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Will it be the last one? NAF looking for the entries, as is Mixwell. And EnVyUs, they're running out of grenades. They've got one smoke grenade left with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. It's waiting for that OpTic push. And I mean, OpTic, having Mixwell on the op, you do want to give him some time to try to work that early into the round, but it's starting to get a little bit late here. The 1 minute mark is usually when we start to see them say, okay, let's give up the ghost here, let's just go for it, get some map control, and here you can see the movement coming outside. Tarek going to line himself up a smoke. So wall of smokes here from Rush and Tarek. Will Apex push it? Apex is so key in that sense. He has to play alone, but he has to get the info here. Because OpTic are trying to play a dangerous game.
You can pop flash yourself in that position that Apex is standing in, but here we go, OpTic towards the ramp, in fact. Sixer, does he have enough of an off angle? Look how fast Mixwell was. He must have spotted the Sixer, surely. Kenny, though, to save the day. Sixer's the bait, and they've fallen into the trap. The bomb is down. They've got 24 seconds. Sixer's still there on the ramp. In a vulnerable position, though.
Once again, they're playing it so slowly, and the spray comes in. Sixer anchoring ramp very effectively. And Kenny as well, swooping in like Superman right there with the AWP. Found himself a perfect angle to stop OpTic. And now OpTic take a timeout. And I definitely think that it's very interesting that we're seeing OpTic suddenly play so slowly, not giving themselves time if something goes wrong. And sure, there was a round or two where they were still able to make it work, but that's because nothing did go wrong, because they're just hitting all their shots. But that's not always going to happen, and we started to see that. So now OpTic are starting to think about this one. They don't want to allow EnVyUs back into the game, but already their economy is now being broken. So EnVyUs do have a chance here to bring this back to overtime. It will take 6 in a row to do that. But at the very least, they're going to force... OpTic will be forced into a safe round.
Pistols have shown to be quite dangerous in this tournament so far, but with an average of $2,000, OpTic can barely afford pistols. That said, we've got some P250s coming out. But EnVy look good for double figures at the conclusion of this round again. EnVy are playing for their tournament life at the moment. OpTic already a game up, and they have many match points to come.
And a bit of a faster approach on the outside area. Somewhat faster, but of course it's because they have pistols. So, and not much in the way of utilities to work with at this point. There's no grenades at all. EnVy should have spotted that, I think. Yeah, you can see the rotation comes in through ramp, getting themselves in position to deal with this. All the footsteps are heard. Should be a quick rounds here for EnVyUs to take. One frag from Stanislaw. Whoa, he finds another one there with a P250. And Mixwell chimes in as well. All of a sudden, 1 versus 2. Obviously, Mixwell, he's got no Kevlar, he's got a Glock. So we can't expect too much from him here. But this is damage that EnVyUs can't really afford to take.
1 versus 2. I was wondering where Kenny's AWP was. There it is. That would have been very dangerous had it fallen into the hands of Mixwell. That dinosaur is desperately hoping that EnVy could bring this one back. 5 rounds. They need 100% success. Do EnVy OpTic on another buy. 5 AKs coming in. Their loss bonus will continue to rise as they lose rounds, should they lose more rounds as well, which means the buyers will get Mina and Mina coming towards the EnVy side. But for now, EnVy have the full buy. They've got an AK onto Apex as well. It's a good guy to have holding an AK. And the wall of smokes is lined up from OpTic.
So once again, the wall of smokes indeed, as you said, is often allowed OpTic to take a lot of map control. But this time, we have Kenny and Apex who can play aggression outside. The AWP for Kenny, Apex with the AK, pops up, doesn't get a quick headshot. Not the quick headshot he was looking for. He has to fall back quickly now. Thing is that OpTic don't have to go down to secret, but they are actually. And Apex, he doesn't have any grenades left. He can't slow them down any longer. He has to take the fight. And KennyS can push in the back as well. What can Apex get here? He's going to retreat. Smart play from Apex.
KennyS is literally flanking with an AWP. How much can he get done in this situation? They've moved forward enough. That's going to actually benefit him. He can raise the alarm for his teammates as well, but he can't land the shot to Mixwell. Mixwell knows where he's now. There goes Stanislaw though, and the bomb, and Mixwell goes down as well. Rush, he's got 2 kills. He needs to do more damage at the very least in this round. He lost a 15-7 lead yesterday on Nuke. Oh, Rush though, he's put himself in a 1 versus 1. He's got 4 HP. KennyS, will he go down to the CZ?
One more frag for Rush, and he's got an ace in this round. This guy is absolutely nuts. Searching for Kenny. Can he catch him off guard here? Where is Kenny? Rush has 30 seconds to play with now. The bomb is down. He really needs to get the kill onto Kenny. And he's moving into the vents here. Rush, the tension's high with 4 HP. 20 seconds now. Where is KennyS? He's found himself a safe position to hide in. But it's all a guessing game. He spots Rush. He's given up his position. Now can he escape in time? He's stuck there behind the silo.
Oh my God.
Picks him out the air like a clay pigeon. Lovely shot there under pressure. KennyS delivers.
That's one of the most tense things that I've ever seen. Oh my God. By the skin of their teeth, Envy are still in this. Happy on the Mag 7 now. Kenny continues with the AWP. Nerves of steel. That was so awkward for both sides. 4 more rounds for Envy. We have the Tech 9s coming at them from OpTic. 2 plays of Kevlar, 2 smoke, 2 flashes for the OpTic side. Will it be a fast play? Kenny once again on the outside, and when OpTic have had buys, Kenny hasn't had much to do outside. He's been smoked off, and it's been nothing for him to see. He's in a similar position, but there are a lot less grenades on OpTic.
Yeah, EnVyUs can perhaps rest easy, but never too easy against OpTic. We saw them with a round like this, with less actually, get it down to 2 players for EnVyUs. So scary stuff. I miss playing the Mag 7 in this position. It is a lot of fun. I'm sure Happy agrees. 2 players for OpTic outside. They're a little bit spread out at the moment. Lobby and outside is where they are mostly. And there are the wall of smoke. So that's going to help to give them some free passage, help to close down the ranges as well. Obviously not get picked off by Kenny, which would be very sad for them. So they're taking that out of the equation. Oh, and a pop flash, the good old pop flash through the smoke. What can they get with that? Happy, this is not really a good range. Gets taken down immediately. Where's the trade for Apex? There is one. Mixwell comes in just in time, and it's a 3 versus 3 suddenly.
2 plays on the high ground for the CT, so can they stop the bomb from going down? Yes, they can! Stanislaw versus 2, but he's got an AWP. Shoulder peeking, but he can't get anything more done. Another round in the bag for Envy. How far can they go on Nuke? You have to wonder if those nerves are creeping into OpTic now. We were 15-7 up on Nuke yesterday. We couldn't close that. Now Envy are just 3 rounds behind us, and they continue to charge. That is such an important second kill from Apex there. Then the fact that Envy have 2 players on the high ground, they can approach both sides of the silo. Monstrous stuff for the French side. Momentum finally in their favor.
3 more rounds. Just 3 more rounds now. This is a massive comeback so far from EnVyUs. They're going to realize any mistake could cost them this series, could cost them the finals, which means so much to them. OpTic once again playing a slow start. Again, usually around 1 minute we'll start to see them going for the wall of smokes if there's no action. And we see a different setup here from EnVyUs. Not really having as much outside presence. KennyS is playing outside, but he's playing from quite a far back position. He has a very quick rotation time to ramp, to heaven, to hell. But he's not too committed outside, not in a flanking position as we saw previously. And here it is. Around 1 minute we get the smokes outside and OpTic start to move.
NBK just holding a Molotov in the lower area, doing a Shocks-esque play. He's not really shoulder peeking though. So we wonder what's going on with NBK at the moment, but in the meantime, okay, he is there. We have a focus on the A side from these teams. That is unfavorable for Apex. Down Kenny goes as well. Big problems. Happy shot from out of nowhere. It's a 5 versus 2. It's match point, and only 6 remains. He's on a high ground. They know where he is. Down goes the bomb. In comes Molotov. And there is the GG. 16-12. OpTic finally take it over the line and make their way to the finals.
We saw a lot of heart and spirit there on the fight, on the road back to some kind of a recovery, to overtime for EnVyUs. But OpTic Gaming, they are definitely a force to be reckoned with. They went to the E-League, they somehow got into the finals, they somehow won the finals, and now they find themselves in such a short space of time in yet another finals. OpTic, they are just full of surprises, James. They just keep on impressing me. Every single time I see them play, I'm impressed.
Yeah, you have to wonder what their upper ceiling is now. The way they are playing at the moment, they are beasting team after team after team in their second final in just over a week. How much money can they make in 1 month?
Yeah,
that is the question. This is pretty serious stuff we're seeing from OpTic at the moment, and you have to fear from whoever's going to go up against them in the final.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that they just have everything. They have everything. They have the clutch. They have good strategical play. They've got good mid-round calling. They have everything, James. They are a complete Counter-Strike team right now, and that is what is so amazing about watching them, because we never expected to see them ever perform like this. And I mean, when I saw them coming up, I'm like, this team actually, from all the North American teams I'm watching, this team looks like the most European style of Counter-Strike in the way that they're playing, and they're so solid.
Yeah, they're very proactive as a team and very dangerous. And again, it's such a fast rise, but also so many players on their team are just playing at such a high level at the moment, all peaking at the same time, and that is fantastic, especially with huge prize money on the table here. We've got Smix on the stage with Tarek for an interview.
Thank you very much, guys. First of all, congratulations, Tarek. You guys are now headed into the grand finals. This is your 3rd grand finals in the past month. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling, and I'm really happy, and we're playing great, so it's awesome.
Definitely a lot of fans for you guys out in that audience. So speaking of coming into this series, let's talk about Nuke. Obviously, that first map was so dominant from you guys. After having such a strong start with the first map, did they give you some confidence headed into a map like Nuke that you guys normally don't like, that maybe you can just outshoot them?
Yeah, I mean, we went into the first map super confident, and then after playing that well, going into the second map, it was a lot easier for us to get going, I guess. Nuke isn't one of the maps that we play a lot, so it was a bit more of a struggle for us. We got stuck on 15 again for a bit there. We had the same problem with FaZe, so thankfully we closed it out this time. But I'm happy we were able to, and it was good.
Yeah, so let's just elaborate on that a little bit more, because as you mentioned, it was almost turning into another deja vu-like scenario. So what was different this time? What did you guys lock down on?
We tried different stuff. I mean, we kept mixing it up and just tried to do, a number of things to see what would work for us, because it felt like doing the same thing wouldn't work, or but we mixed it up well, and thankfully one of the strats ended up working out, so I'm happy we were able to.
Now, in the grand finals, you'll face one of either two teams. On the one hand, you have Astralis. There was a tough loss on the first day, 16-7. And on the other hand, you have SK, that despite having a stand-in with Fox that they've only practiced 2 days with, they have made it to the semifinals already. So what are your thoughts?
Playing SK would be awesome, because they're such an elite team, and beating them would be really good for us. But I'm ready to play either team. I'm just looking forward to a good final.
All right, I like that confidence. Best of luck in the grand finals. We'll be watching him play later on today. But of course, that means our first team, as we just saw, is secured in the grand finals. It will be OpTic.